Hey viewers, what is going on? Matt here, back again with another Clone Army update video. It's been way too long since the last one, and we have a little bit to talk about in terms of changes. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with this series, I'm not going for a huge, ginormous Clone Army, but more so this is an update series dedicated to showing you guys what exact figures will be on my upcoming Anaxis build. If you guys haven't seen any of those videos, of course, I'll leave a link down below to the playlist. Now, if I recall correctly, it's been like 2 months since the last Clone Army update, and you guys really do seem to like these videos, so of course, drop a like before we go ahead and get started. I figured I'd lay out all the clones on Anaxis. This main road's done, and this video has been really long overdue, so I figured what better place to showcase all of these guys than on my current Anaxis build. So since the last update, we've had quite a bit of changes, some new stuff. Of course, you could probably see the most notable thing being in the center, but first off, let's talk a little bit about the less impressive stuff. So in terms of clone count, we now have 20 additional Phase 1 guys, which is really cool. Of course, we're growing the overall number of the army, but what's more important and honestly just cooler is now we have a lot more of the Phase 2 guys. I did end up getting another order of the Aerolite helmets in, so now total number of Phase 2 that will be used in Anaxis is 144, and that's just the normal Phase 1 troopers. So you can see across this row right here we have 4 different sections of 25 each, so of course this amounts to 100, and then the rest of them amount to a total of 144 Phase 2 troopers. So we are in a great spot. I don't think I'll be needing to order any more of these normal Phase 2 helmets because I do have some awesome plans coming up very soon. So in terms of normal troop count, we have expanded the Phase 2 army to count 144 as of now. And then as far as the Phase 1 clones go, we have 72 of them. Now, of course, the idea was to keep building a clone army, and I'm not too sure if I'll be ordering any more Phase 2 helmets, but at the very least, if I ever do want to make a Phase 1 clone mock, I do have plenty to choose from. So then after some final calculations, that puts the entirety of this army, including the officers, the Bad Batch, these guys, which we'll talk about in just a second, the 501st, the Phase 2, the Phase 1, the total is going to be 259, just over a 250,000. Now, this is nowhere near where the end goal and where I want it to be, but for Anaxis, I think this is definitely going to be a plentiful amount. I don't think we're going to need any more of these guys to hold us over for the mock, but as I said before, this collection will be continuing to grow pretty much as long as I keep finding good deals and as long as my LEGO passion keeps continuing to grow. So now let's go ahead and take a step down and talk about the main event here. You guys can see these are very different and honestly very good looking troopers. Now, no, these are not printed. These are actually decal. Now, I don't do these decals. My friend James, or Rubber Ducky, his link will be down below in the description. He actually sent me a Camino security guard to review, and of course, he did get a couple of commissions from you guys. He ended up doing these 10 troopers for me, which is fantastic. Now, of course, I'm not too sure if the 332nd were actually on Anaxis at the point of when I'm building it. Even if these guys aren't canonically on the actual planet, I could have them as like an Easter egg or something like that I think a lot of you guys would really enjoy. So you guys can see here, even though they're decal, there are no imperfections with this. In fact, if you take a look back right here, you would just kind of assume it's printed. Now, obviously, the texture of a decal minifigure is going to be slightly different. Of course, you really can't feel it in a video, but getting a 360 look at this thing, there are nearly no imperfections with this, and this is just amazing work. Now, I did end up getting 10 of these. Unfortunately, there's one helmet missing. I think James ran into an issue with the last helmet, but that's no big deal because we still have 9 complete 332nd troopers here to show off. Now, as far as these guys go, I don't think I'll be getting any more of them. I think for having like a small Easter egg, this is probably going to be enough. Now, of course, that does bring up the question. I don't really have enough Phase 2 501st, and I do also want Phase 2 212th. Now, that being said, I want all the Phase 2 helmets to look alike. Now, these helmets are decaled using the Aerolite helmets, which is obviously a really important thing because I want there to be continuity when it comes to the actual build. Now, I really can't use these guys for a couple of reasons. Well, number one, the helmets are very drastically different, and might I say, I think Aerolite's is way superior, but also comes to the fact that the Aerolite helmet, the 501st Aerolite helmet, does not match the blue on the 501st LEGO Troopers. So, of course, that raises the question of how am I going to get, or if I'm going to get, some 501st. Now, because these came out so well, I am very strongly considering commissioning James to make 20 501st and 20 212th. Because as you guys can see, the quality is there. There are nearly none or next to no imperfections with this, and it looks printed, which is always what I'm going for. So I might be commissioning a huge army very soon from my man James. Of course, again, James, thank you so much for doing this, my man. I appreciate that. go ahead and check out James's links down below in the description. So taking a wider look, I mean, the army is coming together, and we are definitely slowing down with the increasing of the numbers. At this point in the Clone Army Update series, we are kind of just going for variety here. Again, we're really strongly considering 501st and 212th because I think that would add such a cool dynamic to the MOC that would really just be appreciated by almost and nearly every single LEGO and Star Wars fan. So that's going to wrap up this Clone Army Update, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. Again, huge thank you to James for getting these 3 32nd troopers here for me. Now, as far as I know, these are AV figures decals, if I'm not mistaken, and I know that they usually don't match up with Aerolite helmets, so James definitely has a hidden talent right here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Of course, drop a like down below and subscribe if you guys are new to see this entire build series here that we're doing for Anaxis. Of course, the army is coming together very, very well. Now, next time we're going to have a Clone Army Update, we will have a couple more unique and different figures on the way. But until then, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Take it easy, fam. Peace.